Holla! Hey guys.
Thank you for waiting. Sorry, I was running late. You know, had to walk around the grocery store and think about things. Damn price of shit so expensive.
How are you guys?
Let's see, I'm gonna pull this up over here. Oops. Is Ginger Locke's mom still in here? Mhm. Okay, guys, hold on. Pull it up on my portal. Mhm. Well, if I can get it to work. Um, Sorry, hold on, guys. My husband wants me to make 9 carrot cakes for him to take to work tomorrow. Um, but not big, not regular size. So. 9. Okay, let's see, where's chat? So on my, I've been noticing that some people's, their top chat and like live chat and stuff, it looks different than, might not be able to look at chat on here, than it does on my end. So I don't know if, like who was it? Down the rabbit hole. Uh, Safari, which is Smoke Break Good. Winky Whispers, Miss Ann, Christy, how are you guys? Let me just tell y'all something. I went to the damn grocery store. Is Ginger Locke's mom still here? She's been in the hospital. I wanted to holler at her. Uh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It makes me sick to my stomach. I mean, when I went in there, they had a Cocoa Crisp cereal on sale for $7.38. I think for a box of it. I thought to myself, hello, that ain't on sale to me. And damn rooster bullets. Can I just talk? Can we talk about that? Whew, ridiculous. So for these are the large, but I paid for a dozen. Um, $4.89 for a dozen. So I know it's ridiculous. Wink Whispers is ridiculous. My sister sent me home with 4 dozen eggs whenever I was there when I was there last time. But I shared with my mother-in-law and her neighbor friend, and I so anyway I ran out because we've been eating a lot of salads and stuff. So yeah, freaking $5.89 for the dang rooster bullets. I told my sister, I said, girl, you were sitting on a gold mine. A gold mine. You may not know it, but you were sitting on a gold mine. Hey, Life Rewinded, how are you? Life Rewinded, let me just tell you something. Can I ask you something real quick? So Sarah goes under my comments. She goes under my comments, under my video the other day, and typed something about just not able to let go of shit. And it had nothing to do with her, but she went under my comments and she said something. But let me just ask you this: what? Okay, hey, twin thing. Hey, Scarlett. What happened actually? Like, how did that all come about? She said that. Okay, so she said that she saw in chat somewhere a comment where you had said that um, she had told you that Jared was her cousin. That's what she told me. Is that what happened? Like I don't even know. Somebody asked me the other day, and I'm like, you know what? I really don't even know because I never. Uh, oh, a blank slate. I hope it gets better. It's supposed to be like some getting bad weather here tonight and tomorrow. But let me see where that was at. Where she said, okay, she said, okay, what was under the other one? I think it was under this one. Okay, so 6 days ago, she says under one of the videos I posted about justice for all, she said, "But I'm a total piece of shit, right? Your bush doesn't equate to the vicious lie about me being related to a child rapist. A lie. I asked the teller to back up with the screenshots that she claimed to have, which she failed to produce. But let's all have outrage over your bush." Question. You knew you would be sharing a hotel room with someone else, basically a stranger. Why in Sam's hell wouldn't you bring a nightgown or pajamas? Um, Instead of sleeping nude. Not victim blaming, but this resorts to having some class and the comfort of others you're sharing your space with. OMG. She or they saw your hairy bush. Oh my fucking hell. I was connected to a child rapist when I'm not, when I have a younger child at my home. Your words to me are, you know damn well how damaging a rumor like that can be. I don't remember. Okay, so get yourself a 5 blade Gillette and take care of it. Easily solved. The lie spoken on me, not so much, but keep equating enormously. What the hell? I know, man. She's like crazy. So, I mean, she's like, like the fact that she's still bringing that up. I said, Sarah, the fact that you're still talking about a dang misunderstanding is crazy. You do realize that you're the only person making an issue. I said, okay, I'm gonna play along. So, someone mistook you, saying that you were a cousin to someone that had been accused, not even convicted of SA. Not only was my reputation, my marriage, my home, my job, and the way those I cherish more than life itself could look at me may be in jeopardy. It's not over yet either. So there's always time for that to happen. You don't have three individuals that are full of vindictiveness spewing vicious lies about you, nor do you have a group of women trying to tell you when or what you should talk about. Now move along. Go to a therapist. I think it would do you great. I mean, it's like, Sarah, first of all, I do have class. The whole Bush thing was blown out of proportion. And the fact that that was even brought up or a subject of conversation on this platform shows you the intelligence of the people that brought it up. I mean, who in the hell would bring that up and make it a subject of conversation? All because supposedly I talked about her son, which I didn't. But it's like Sarah keeps like just, driving the narrative that I don't know, I don't get it. I don't get it. Even she's still missing the what my main thing was about. And even let's just say there is some a couple people. I've had two people now tell me that they think that she may be telling the truth about the whole um, that lady, whatever her name was, the other lady, whatever the other name was that she was supposed to be. Jana, what was the name? Twin thing? Do you remember? RAS illusions. Okay, solidarity. Uh, yeah, who's gonna blame her for being freaking Ken? Let's see. Everyone sleep naked tonight. That's right. Freaking long live the bush. Oh my God. Ask her how her cousin was handling this. She flipped out and said, okay, yeah. I mean, like, I don't get it. She made more. I mean, I don't understand. Um, and Sarah, if you're listening, like, you know what I mean, you're welcome to type in chat. I haven't blocked you on here, but I hope everyone is having. I am Kathy. I hope you are. Kathy Cluckhouse, you are too. And Zena with Fire. How are you guys? Yeah, my husband told me, he says, I needed you to make 9. He wanted them last weekend, but I was sick with COVID. So I thought, well, that's not going to be cool. Me cooking carrot cakes and sick. So he's like, I need you to make me 9 carrot cakes so I can take them into to my crew. Yeah, Janie. So, okay. So I've had somebody else tell me that they think that Janie may not be, I've had 2 people tell me that. So let's just give her and if that comes to fruition and it finds out, I will absolutely do a public apology and apologize. But not that, I mean, I just other people called her out on it. I just like looked at the evidence that was presented and kind of like it went, it made sense to me. But so even if she's not Janie, it doesn't change the fact of what I'm talking about how she made a big deal about this damn uh, Jared thing. She said the school was called about that. Yeah, I know. Brandy J, how are you, babe? How are you? If some of these people knew what, exactly, you ain't lying. And restless leg syndrome and all that crap on top of it. You know what I mean? I don't wish it on nobody. But yeah, it's like, come on, girl, come on. We got other things to worry about here. Bigger fish to fry. Let me get my lids for my pan. But anyway, so when I say 9 carrot cakes, it's not going to be 9 full-size carrot cakes. It's going to be these size of the pans, you know. But yeah, and like it's like I said, she can't. I mean, people are not going shouldn't hold her responsible, even if it was her brother or her dad. She's not responsible for what he did, may or may not have done. You know what I mean? So what's the big deal? I mean, hell, nobody's gonna like, shoot her or whatever. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. I think that she was looking for. It appeared that she was looking for something to have a dealio about to me. You know, like there wasn't enough going on in her life, and she wanted to have something going on. I don't know. I gotta find my little. I don't know if you guys y'all have cabinets and stuff that you can't get to, but my pincher, this thing, like I use it so much. Scarlet Poppy Field. I read that you can use baby food carrots if you have. Well, really, baby food, really, huh? Baby food carrot, like the puree, huh? That's great. I don't know. I never heard that, but hey, it works. Whenever I make chocolate cake, I always put um, when I make chocolate cake, I usually so if it calls for water, whatever, I make coffee. I brew coffee, or if I have some left over uh, from breakfast that morning, I use coffee, and then because coffee goes really really good with chocolate. And if it calls for oil, I generally put butter instead of oil. And let me see, I substitute butter butter for the oil, coffee for my water. Yeah, I think it's like a hack about a hack you can um, for making a bulk cake mix taste like a homemade cake mix or homemade cake. I thought about it. Well, I have the little the little carrots that you put in, like soups and stuff like that. That's already peeled. But I thought, well, I don't know. It usually don't take too long. I think the recipe calls for let me see. It calls for 2 cups of grated carrots. I might put them in my chopper. We'll see. Well, 2 cups. I probably gonna do 4. I'm gonna do one and see how many little cakes. It's just I'm probably gonna have to do 2 mixes. You know what I mean, to make 9 little cakes. My husband said, "Well, you make more than 9. Make me one." I said, "I was going to. I wasn't gonna make some for us, but not making enough for us. And while I'm baking, I may as well make some, extra." I'm sure you can freeze this. With this calls for. Oh yeah, I put the recipe in the description before I went live, and I also put under that is the buttermilk glaze, which to me makes this cake. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to make the frosting this time because it's going for his people, his guys. But when I make it just for us here at the house, I don't even make the frosting because that buttermilk glaze, it's so. I mean, it's enough sweetness to me, so I don't even put the frosting on it, the cream cheese frosting. But I'm gonna make it this time. But that buttermilk glaze is very very good. I was watching these. I watched these people that's off the grid, and they're beautiful people. They live in the rainforest up in Canada somewhere, and they are beautiful people. They have a little boy, Fox, and they grow their carrots, and I was like, gosh, we. Even though I was raised on a farm, we never grew carrots. I don't remember us growing carrots. My mom always did. We always like the wild onions and garlic and stuff like that. But we never grew. I don't remember ever growing carrots. I've got a what do you call it, mandolin or whatever, and choppers and all that other stuff. But we'll see. So it calls for a grated carrot, and it also calls for crushed pineapple. So I always, I'll be dang if I didn't cut myself with a damn grater. See if I got a Band-Aid in here. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. We're getting more than damn COVID, but I don't put a Band-Aid on it. My letter. Oh, I took this skin right off of that. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Yeah, so anyway, what I was saying, Muffin Mouse. Oh, Scarlet Poppyfield was hidden by Miss Barbara Brunson. I'm sure that was an accident. Oh, hey, Miss Barb, how are you? Life Rewinded. Have a good one. Thank you for coming in, babe. You hadn't left already. Yeah, that's okay. I think somebody unhit her. It's okay. Accidents happen. We ain't none of us perfect. But did you get my message earlier? And I didn't have time to call you before, but I'll call you afterwards. Anyway, so instead of putting, I always just open the canned pineapple and put on my carrots to keep them from turning brown until I get ready to do them. I have anyway. The mandolin I have, I guess that's what it's called. I think it's what it's called. The first one I ever owned, and I wish I'd kept up with them. It come with Kevlar, some kind of like Kevlar gloves to use when you were like breaking it. And they're kind of like metal gloves to keep you from cutting your finger, like doing what I just did, taking the skin off. I wish I had kept those. Those was many, many moons ago. A couple of husbands ago too. Wait, yeah, they had pineapple on sale. I love from fresh pineapple. Had on sale 2 for $4, which is hell. Anything's good. These, everything costs so much darn money. I can't believe how much groceries cost. It just blows my mind. Blows my mind. Makes me sick to my stomach. Sick to my stomach. I usually don't measure, but let's see. This is a little. Where's it cut? That's a little over cut. I just eyeball it. Do you guys measure everything? I don't really ever measure nothing. I mean, my dry ingredients I will, but not very often. I know if you bake like cookies and cakes and stuff like that from scratch, you need to be more precise, but I used to bake a whole lot more than what I do now. If y'all hear something, that's my cat. He must have got him some catnip. And I got to remember, I found a video today. We bought some catnip last year from, it was when they put the vegetables in the garden at Home Depot, the little plants and stuff, and they had a catnip plant. And so I set it out in a different pot, and I want you to know, you guys. So this cat is an inside cat, but we had an outside cat. I put that pot, after I repotted it, I set it to the side, and we were sitting out there having a drink and talking, and that cat went up to that pot, and I'm here to tell you guys, it was hilarious. I could not believe that cat had never done that over a plant. She went up to that pot with the catnip in it, and started licking it, eating, and tried to climb over in the pot. It was hilarious. I'm gonna put the video. I'm gonna remember to put a link on my community page or make it a video on here. It was hilarious. But I'm gonna tell you, that cat was like, I had to move the plant so she couldn't, I couldn't leave it outside. I had to move it because that heifer, like, literally got over in it, was trying to lay in it, went crazy. So she would do that for a good 10 minutes, and then she would just like flop over on the ground. It was like it just like wore out. It was like crack. I mean, seriously, she was like, I couldn't believe it. I didn't know that catnip cooked like that. I always bought it like, powder or some spray or something like that for the cats to go on their toys, but or already in their toys. I didn't know it grew on a plant like that. So I ended up having to get, so that one she ended up killing. And she killed both of them. I had to buy another one. A little heifer killed both of them. Getting over in it. Okay, so that's one recipe. That's one recipe. I may as well go ahead and, well, I'll just do it one at a time. I'm not, you know, screwing the pooch. Oh, but anyway, I love grilling pineapple. I don't know if you've ever had it grilled. Okay, let's see. I'll do one more just for shit together. I saw where, I don't know why this has been showing up in my news feed, but I've been, old videos from Marissa like 3 and 4 years ago have been showing up like in my videos. And you guys, I watched one the other day, just started watching it, and oh boy, how hypocritical that heifer is. But anyway, it was whenever she was like, Alicia, come in chat. She's like, Alicia Claire. And she goes on and talks about how, tells her she loves her and all that stuff. It was very funny. I thought to myself, boy, how things have changed. You know what I mean? Boy, how times have changed. But she's so hypocritical of the crap she was saying about life. I'm gonna play it. I got it on my thing so I can play it for you guys. It looks good. Okay, let me clean it as I go. I'll leave that there. I have to do it again. I live to do it again. Gosh, that pineapple smells good. What are you guys doing? Have y'all had a good weekend? Today was a beautiful day. They say that it's gonna tomorrow's supposed to be rainy. So, oh, I got to preheat my oven. Sorry guys, I know it's loud. Okay. Let's see. Oh, grilled pears. We used to have a pear tree. Well, it's 2 pear trees. My dad and them planted whenever they bought the place where the farm. And I'm not kidding you guys, they made, those fig trees were so big and plentiful. Like they made figs, we would get figs that big. Now I don't like raw figs. My sister loves them. She puts like goat cheese and all that stuff on them. I don't like them. The only way I like them is I like fig preserves. My mom would cook them down and make fig preserves. I don't like them just like, I may like them now, but when I was younger, I didn't like them just the exposure. Irina, hello, doll. Thank you for coming in. I'm making carrot cake and we're talking a little smack, a little shit. But my brother and his new wife, whenever they had their mobile home, Irish gal, hello, sugar, when they had their mobile home moved in to where the way they faced it was in the big fig trees was in front. I cannot believe he did this, but he pulled. I mean, when I tell you they were huge, we had to get, we had to get whenever figs come in, we have people, they knew we had fig trees and they would always want, can we get some figs from you or buy some figs? When I first moved home, I was like, put me a sign. I think I was getting like $8 for a 5-gallon bucket or something, or a 2.5-gallon bucket. Anyway, I couldn't, there were so many figs on there that my brother would have to put me in his front end loader on his tractor and raise me up and so I could pick from the top of the tree to get the figs. I mean, it was huge. So he pulls both fig trees up because his wife didn't want them in front of the house. He pulls them up. Yeah, pulls them up and didn't say nothing to my mom or anybody. about it. I mean, first of all, I don't know if they could have been replanted, transplanted somewhere else. I don't know because they were huge. We ain't talking like a little bitty fig tree. These were very, very mature fig trees. Could not believe. And she had blueberry bushes and stuff. All those he took out. They was all on the same like fence. Took them all out. To this day, it infuriates me when I think about it. Let me see if I brought. I thought I had some. I guess I got them up at the cabin, but my mom would like put them up, preserve them, and put them up, and I love. And then she would okay, we would make strawberry jelly, but she she would peel the individual figs, the outside, and then we would cook them down on the stove with sugar, and then use strawberry jello to make them like the strawberry flavor. I love jelly, but now there's a difference between preserves, jam, and jelly. I don't know. I don't like pear preserves. My sister, my mom would make the pear preserves, and she would slice them. The pear, we had pear trees also, but the pear trees, she would slice them. Oh my God, they were so good. I like them green, but I don't like them preserved. I don't know what's the difference between a preserve and a jam or jelly. I don't know what the difference is. I'm gonna fix to look it up. I'm curious. Let's see. What's the difference between jam and preserves? Jam.
According to Masonic Village Farm Market, jam is made with mashed fruit. Preserves have whole fruit or large pieces
Okay.
of fruit.
Okay. Well, then I guess the figs would be preserves too. The fig preserves because she would put them whole and put them in jars. But the pears she would slice and put them in the soup sugar mixture. Uh, what's the difference between jam and jelly? Hmm. What's the difference between jam and jelly? Oh, jelly's made from
According to
the
Masonic
juice.
Village Farm
Okay.
Market, jelly is made with strained fruit
Okay.
juice. There are no pieces of fruit in jelly.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that makes
Jam
sense.
is made with
But
mashed fruit.
so the pear tree, God, they were so good when they were green. I love green pears. The pear tree, it ended up like just dying. I guess they didn't reach. I don't know how long. Anyway, how long it had been planted, but they died off. You know, the pear trees, but the fig trees, no, he pulled them up. So every time I told mom last time we were there, I told my sister, I said, "Gosh, we were eating breakfast." I said I would do anything for some figs because I thought they were all gone. My mom, she's got a little shed back behind her house that she keeps jarred stuff like preserves and stuff like that in. And I said, "Gosh, what I would do for some figs." And she said, "I think there's some in there." And I said, "What? Y'all been holding out on me." Uh, well, whenever I do jelly, I always take my fork and do it like this. I can't stand big clumps of it. I always take a fork, and I spread it on PB&J, and I smash it up like that and get it to where it's like spreadable, more spreadable. Violet jelly and fresh scones. Ooh, violet jelly. I would love to know how that was made, Miss Scarlett Poppyfield. Violet jelly with what is it made with? Violets? I know that a lot of those are edible, the flowering and stuff on them. Okay, let me see. Oh, let me look at my recipe real quick, and then I'll come back up here. All right, let's see. 3 large eggs, 2 cups of sugar. Okay. Yeah, some of these gold, baby, gold. Right here, Brewster bullets. Ridiculous. That's a big egg, too. Okay. 3 eggs, 2 cups of sugar. We're gonna eyeball that. We're just gonna eyeball it. 3/4. It looks like about 3/4 of it. My dad used to love buttermilk and cornbread. My mom would make crackling cornbread. My daddy loved to make his crackling cornbread down in a cup of buttermilk. What's wrong with it? I don't like buttermilk myself. I don't know. I don't even like regular milk. I'm sure I don't like buttermilk. You know? Okay. Like 3 more apples in case I do one. They say working with room temperature eggs, your bacon is the best. Now I want to tell you something else that's ridiculous. Damn eggs. Apples. Since my husband has been, type 2 diabetic or whatever, he eats apples for like a snack at night. And I love the Honey Crisp. But dang girl, y'all, that shit is not cheap. The $3.49 a pound for a Honey Crisp apple. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of soda. Okay. Okay. And then on the flour, I don't know if you guys, I always sifted. My mom, we've always sifted our flour before we used it in a cake or cornbread or anything like that. So, and Martha Stewart told me one time that if you don't have a sifter like that, that you can use a whisk and just whisk it. That same difference. Have a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. So if you don't have a little thing like this. Okay. Oh, I thought I looked at that wrong. Okay. Do you guys whisk your stuff? Hey, Peggy, how are you? Did you watch Mom? Sorry. Fuck. You guys are not going to believe what I just did. Yeah, you can believe it. The damn bottom. You know what? Oh, look at this. Look at that shit. Look at that. You got to love it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did it. The bottom, I almost, before I got started, I thought I better make sure the bottom of that is on good. No, I didn't. Hold on a second to clean my mess up. So Peggy's been in the hospital When did you get home, mamas? And is everything good now? Did they get your everything good? Are you doing a lot better? Did they fix it, Ginger Locke's mom? Oh, okay, I didn't mean to dox you. Um, how long have you been home, and did everything get fixed? I'm sorry I hadn't called you, girl, but you know, having COVID. I cannot believe I did. Oh, here's one cake on the ground. I can't believe it. My husband and I have a saying around here: if it can, it will. Meaning, if it can, you know, if it's gonna fall, it's gonna happen to me. I'm glad I hadn't swept them up. I was going to do that when I get through, but I almost did it earlier. I'm glad I didn't. I would have been really mad at myself. Okay, and I hope I got enough flour. Lord child. If somebody go back to the store to get dang flour. Okay, let's do this again. Make sure the dang bottom's on it. I hate to throw this out, but I don't know what's in there as far as the measurements go. So start all over. Okay. I'm gonna come back and see what you said, baby. Hold on. 1 cup. I might have some in the freezer. Some flour in the freezer. I look. I am. My mom should name me Gracie or not Gracie because I'm sure not Gracie. Graceful. Um, my niece, whenever I bake, I always tell her, "You always got to put some on your flour, on your face and stuff to let everybody know that you really baked it." Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do this right here with the sink. Or I'll just leave my put my finger underneath it, make sure it shouldn't fall off now. But so everything's good, good deal, good deal. I'm glad, and I'm glad you are free. Did you have a different surgeon, or was it the one that did the put it in to start with? And did you guys do this? Sift it. It's the salt. That's right. It said spillin. That's right. So I see. First of all, I'm just want to say this. I don't know why people keep letting freaking Michelle new surgeon. Okay, good. Sabotage or whatever their name is up on panel. Look, her channel's gone. Leave her alone. So I mean, we don't need her to. People keep letting her up and keeping her relevant, man. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. People need to quit letting her up on their panel. You know what I mean, on their channel. Because I saw a clip channel. I don't know. I don't go over to Skeezy or whatever his name is, Ski Mask or whatever his name is. I don't go over there, but I saw somebody clipped it, a clip channel, and I think and she was up there with, and Amber went up, and they were like getting into it, and she is so juvenile, man. That Michelle is, honey, she is something else. Okay, yeah, that girl has got some issues. Okay, let me see here. Okay, I'm gonna do this real quick, and then I'll be back. for my pan. Oh, there it is. Okay. I made a chocolate cake the other day. Actually, I took a chocolate cake. It was TikTok made me do it. With the chocolate cake, a brownie mix, and you put it in a bundt pan, and then you make a chocolate ganache to go over it. Oh my God. Let me just tell you. And I didn't put enough flour and stuff on it. I was so mad. My bundt pan, when I went to dump it out, it did not come out. I was cooked. I was like, Lordy, Lordy. Okay, let me get my. Ooh, wait a minute, that's it. So, okay, now to add the. Watch it fly, baby. You'll see some smoke in the air. My niece's husband got her KitchenAid for Christmas. And okay, so mine don't go all the way, like my beater and stuff don't go all the way to the bottom of the bowl. You know, I always have to make sure I scrape down there. But hers, of course, hers is bigger than this. And hers goes all the way. So I don't know, I guess they're making them different. Because mine didn't. Or it could be, I don't know if it's the bowl or if it's what, but. Oops. Oh shit, I gotta roast my walnut. That's something else, you guys. $15 for a damn bag of walnuts. Crazy. Crazy. Everything. I hope everybody, I don't know how they think we're gonna make it in this world. Really, I don't know how they think we're gonna make it. Everything's so expensive. I always toast my nuts because I like my nuts toasted. I toast my nuts because I don't know. I just think it gives them more flavor. And my mama did it. Let me just be honest with you. My mama did it. And don't ever forget them because it don't take long for your nuts to get toasted and roasted. Okay, let's get back to this real quick. Lose my train of thought. Okay. fold in your carrots. And I always like try to drain it a little bit because I threw the juice and everything in there. And if you don't, it it's really orange if you don't, like the dye from the carrots. This recipe, I think personally, the one I made before didn't call for crushed pineapple, the carrot cake I used to make before, nor did it call for the buttermilk glaze. So the buttermilk glaze is the bomb.com because I told you about. Bye, Ginger Lux. Oh, where are you going, Mama? You had to go? Yes, and Christy, that's what I said in the grocery store. I was talking to this lady. I was buying some hash browns, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like it makes me really, really respect the garden. My mom, she's got so much stuff put up now in the freezer. The stuff that she's frozen. I cleaned one of her freezers out when I was there at Thanksgiving, but I gotta get her. She's got a big one out in that shed, and it's a chest, and it's a big one. There is no telling what's on the bottom. In the bottom, hadn't seen the light of day because she just packs stuff in there and packs stuff. She used to do a lot of canning, and then she started doing a lot of stuff and putting it in the freezer. She still can, but certain things like for tomato juice and stuff like that. That stuff that really and truthfully, guys, I love to do it now, but I used to not know how to do that because I didn't pay attention growing up. You know what I mean? I thought I'm never going to do this. It's easier to buy the stuff than it is to do it yourself, huh? Eat those words, right? It ain't easier nowadays. I mean, it's ridiculous. Canned stuff, everything. I just don't understand how they think that we're supposed to make it. I mean, when they sent the stimulus checks out, we all got, oh, Lord, this is when we get stimulus checks. Now, I mean, it's just gas is down, diesel's down a little bit, but holy moly, the everything else is ridiculous. I don't know how they expect us to make it. I really don't. And I know different parts of the country. Whenever I lived up north, I couldn't believe the difference. In my dad come to visit when my ex and I we went to have us a house built, and they call it a starter home up there. We went to one of these home shows and stuff, picked a model out. Well, I can't remember. It wasn't even a half of a lot. It wasn't even a quarter of a lot. I don't remember how much of land it come with, but the house we built, of course, all the homes up there, majority of them are, upstairs and downstairs, has a basement. Here in the South, nobody has basements in their house, you know what I mean? But up there, everybody does. But anyway, so we didn't have our backyard finished. We had the front yard landscape. We didn't have the backyard landscape. We didn't have the basement finished. We just had it, just done with sheetrock. And yeah, and we did upgrade like the floor covering and stuff like that. We did upgrade that, just some nicer floor covering because you just get the basic there. But I know me either, girl. It was five for these 12 dozen. I mean, for these 12 large, it was like five something for a dozen. And when we were at home before we come up at Christmas, for 18 pack at Walmart was $8 and something for 18 pack. Just plumb ridiculous. But anyway, we when my mom and dad come to visit, and the house was counting the basement. Anyway, it was like a 3-bedroom. The basement we didn't count. A little small house, brick home. My dad come to visit. He couldn't believe it. I said, he could not believe it. What we paid for that house. It was like 100 and something thousand. I can't remember for the house. And the backyard. He could not believe it because I don't know. It's just the difference in the South. Like here, acre of land, for about $1,000, generally, give or take, depending on, if it's in town, out of town, or whatever. But you're going to pay about 1,000, 1,500. Well, I don't know what it is now, but a few years ago it was like $1,000, $1,500 an acre for an acre of land, and you can buy a home, get a home built for. Well, I don't know about these days, but like my mom and dad's house that they built, their brick home, it's probably worth, I don't know, $80,000, and I mean, we've got a nice brick home. And up there, it was a little bitty small house, $100-something thousand. My daddy said, "Oh, sugar." He's like, whenever he come up to visit, he could not believe it. He's like, "Oh my God." He's like, "You need to come back home." He said, "They are taking advantage of you up here in the north." And I said, "Daddy, that's just the difference in the cost of living. You know, the difference in where you live. I mean, I don't know how, because milk still costs the same. Milk is still milk, and gas is still gas. But and there was a lot of LDS and Mormons where I lived, and I'm going to tell you something, guys. I don't know how they like have all those children and support. I don't know how they do it and are able to like support them. I mean, it was just my husband and I. And he had a daughter, and whenever that was all. And I mean, we both worked. It took. I just don't know. I don't know how the people, my neighbors and stuff, they didn't. The wives usually don't work. And I mean, they have kids, several kids. you know, Lots more than what I can imagine being responsible for. And like they would go on vacation. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if they were just in debt or if the husband made really, really good money. uh, but yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Somebody told me that their church helps them, but uh, just about every Mormon that I know, my boss was he called himself a Jack Mormon. Uh, he said, I'm a Jack Mormon. So that you got your temple. Oh, my nuts. Tell you guys to remind me. They're a little brown, but I think they might do. Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. But he oh, let me go get my battery. Hold on. He called himself a Jack Mormon because he was a temple going Mormon, but he drank coffee and stuff like that. But I say that regular Mormons, LDS, they're not supposed to have, even though they own Pepsi Cola. They own Pepsi Cola, but they don't believe in drinking caffeine. But anyway, I found out that there's the temple Mormons and then the ones that are Mormons that are not part of the temple. Okay, let me chop my nuts. Get it add to the cake and then we can visit. Do you guys have a toaster oven? I'm telling you what, lifesaver for not having to get your big oven going. Let me get my little nuts a little rough chop. So some people put coconut. I don't eat coconut, but the recipe calls for optional coconut. My husband likes coconut, but he told me last time, he said, I think I like it better without coconut. So I'm not putting coconut in these. Okay. A little vanilla extract, I almost forgot. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start doing another one, but definitely get more than 4 out of this batch. I don't know if I'll have enough. Oh yeah, that's perfect, man. Like I couldn't have. This is gonna be like seriously, guys. Just made 6. I'm gonna have to write that on my recipe book. I can get 6 little loaf pans out of a regular batch of the carrot cake mix. Like I said, I've got the recipe pinned in the description. It's Southern Living Best Ever Carrot Cake. That's the name of it. Could that be? Let's see what it says for how long. It says 25 to 30 minutes, but that's a regular size. This is not a regular pan, so I'm gonna set my timer for 15. I'll sit down and visit with you guys. I saw where the prince from England was not the king, the one, not the king, Prince, not Albert. The one that was married to the redheaded girl. The one that got in trouble with the whole Epstein. What's his name? He is being kicked out of his quarters, his living quarters. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something too while I'm over here. Yeah, Philip, not Philip. What's his name? Andrew. Yeah, I saw where they said that he was getting losing his living quarters. Oh, I love my air fryer. I didn't have. Well, we had one a couple of years ago. Mark's crew um, gave him one for Christmas or whatever, and he ended up giving it to our son. And so we. Oh, he didn't. Okay. Well, I thought that Sarah still lived. Like I know they're divorced and everything, but I thought that they still like he still kind of helped take care of her or whatever. Maybe that's whenever the kids were around, still in school. Oh, the exposure arena. Let me just tell you, oh yeah, a lot of people put raisins in it. But this is a Southern Living, and it's got a buttermilk glaze, and I'm gonna make here in a minute. But I think that's what makes. I don't even make the. I know I saw that she was in here, Miss Carla. Hey, how are you, sugar? She was just in here. I guess she's tired, but I don't even make the cream cheese frosting whenever it's just for us because that buttermilk glaze is good and it makes it sweet because you use buttermilk and buttermilk, baking soda, and I think brown sugar. I can't remember what you put in it, but anyway, it's sweet itself. You cook it down until it turns into a syrup and kind of thick, and you pour it over it, and you don't even need the cream cheese frosting as far as I'm concerned because it's so sweet. But the buttermilk glaze is sugar, baking soda, butter, light corn syrup, yeah, and vanilla extract. And you pour it over it while it's hot. So good, so good. But I'm gonna make the cream cheese frosting this time because it's for his guys at work, for the crew. But normally I wouldn't make it good. And some people put coconut in it too. The exposure arena, they put. I'm gonna have to come up with a nickname for you. I'm gonna call you EA or TEA. TEA, yeah, baby, yeah. um, and I don't like coconut, so I never put coconut in mine. But I did for him last time I made it, and he's like, I think I like it better without coconut. Yeah, it's not a bad recipe. So as far as like doing something from scratch, don't do like I did. I don't know if you were in here whenever I dumped all the flour off on the floor. Oh, I love rice pudding. I love me some rice pudding. My mom used to make it from scratch, but when I lived up north, my family was Spanish Mexican. My ex, his brother married into uh, a Spanish family, and they all become my family, and I love it. And I, my favorite cake in the world is a flan. Oh my gosh, I freaking love it. Um, or is that what it's called, a flan? But anyway, they um, I started making the carrot cake, rice pudding. I started eating it again. I didn't like it when I was younger because my mom would put raisins and stuff like that in it, and cinnamon. You know, when you're younger, you don't eat stuff, but when you start eating a lot of stuff, you don't. Whenever you're older, your taste, I guess, become acquired. But so my sister-in-law's mom would make it, and oh my gosh, I loved it when it was warm, rice pudding. But I love it now, but my mom, she used to save the left, save rice and would make into it, but hers was not like what I'm talking about. They put like served it warm and with cinnamon and stuff. My mom made hers was like a cold. I mean, I guess I would like it now. I don't know. Yes, creamy. Yes, but let's see. Yeah, I saw where Alicia's going at it with that Rayanne, through the looking glass Rayanne or something like that. Oh, okay. So, okay, so TEA. So I saw that there's like the Exposure Arena 2, and I know y'all were live last night. I was watching some of it before I fell asleep, but oh, bread pudding, love, love. So, is it one and the same, or you the two? Are you part of that too? Because I wasn't around. I don't know the history. There was a restaurant, uh, rum sauce on top of the bread pudding. Oh my gosh, divine, divine. Oh, you don't know anything about it? Okay. I don't know anything about that one. Okay, I think it's the Exposure Arena too. I think. Do you know what I'm talking about? Let me see. Uh I just assumed that you were kickoff because that's the exposure. Because that's kind of crazy from the steal your name. Arena. Okay. And I think they were live. Or maybe was y'all live last night? Alpha and Beta's live? Okay, exposure room. I'm sorry. Exposure room too. Okay, gotcha. That's the difference. That's the difference. Need to pull my head out. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. I'm with you now. I'm with you now, girl. Oh, so I see Sloppy Molly's live. The Megan DeBob family story. Don't know anything about that. But do you guys watch watch some of the rabbit um down the rabbit hole? I love that channel. I love that girl. I call her Miss Rabbit. Uh she is like I just dare. She's got a little baby and I like she's kind of sticks to the facts and she covers, I think the case is really good. Um, and I'm going to tell you guys, I'm just about done with hearing about the Idaho for. I mean, I went to a court because there's nothing else that they can. I mean, the judge has got a gag order, and all this other stuff people are coming up with. I think is just muddying the waters. And the last thing any of us should want is for them to be able to get a mistrial somehow. And all these people keep pulling this information out of their butts or wherever they're coming up with it from. I think is damaging the case, and I think people should just stop talking about it and wait till it comes to trial. You know what I mean? Uh, because I don't know what to believe. Like, especially after Olivia put out that crap, that video of the mom, supposedly the WSU mom, that was about a bunch of malarkey. But I think she just did it for clicks and views. I don't know how many she got. She got a lot. The white rabbit. No, it's called. Hey, Melly C. It's called Down the Rabbit Hole. I'm gonna drop the. I'll put the link in chat. It's called Down the Rabbit Hole News. And the girl is actually she's on maternity leave now. I don't know if she's gonna go back to work or not. The girl, I call her Rabbit, but she is. Oh goodness, she works in oh Lord, Child Protective Services. I think is what her title, what she does. She works in that field. I'm gonna put a link to her channel. Okay, copy. I'm gonna put it in the chat real quick right now. She is so like informative. I mean, she really does her homework. Um, she doesn't just come out and start uh, saying stuff. You know what I mean? Let's see. Okay, I just put her chat in the link. But she is so sweet too, and then she's funny too. Oh, you like her, Safari? I like her. I like her, and I started watching the Tessas uh, whenever they were busting out, all the whole Morvon and Sloppy Molly, and I'm still watching them. I think that they've uh, one of them, the Good Nunya, is part of that, but I like listening to her and Nonsense. I like her. I mean, I think they're about facts. I mean, I haven't. Yeah, Olivia. I think she's got a lot of clicks and views on that. Whatever she was doing, putting that video up. And look, I have wrote in her whenever they were in Tennessee. I wrote under her video several times, and I said, look, if you know what's best for you, you will like leave those two, like leave the hills on the ground or whatever, get as far away as you can go. Chasing Truth has said if she is a wrench on anyone's channel and they play that video, she will drop her wrench and unsub. Chasing Truth has said if she is a wrench on anyone's channel and they play what are you talking about, Safari Dream? On the rabbit? I said if she is a wrench on anyone's channel. Oh, you're talking about Olivia? Yeah, absolutely. That was a bunch of bull malarkey. I can't remember how many hits she got. They said it was over like several, like hundred thousands of hits. But anyway, I was right under her when they were up in Tennessee, and I said, "Look, you need to run as fast as you can. You need to tell your mama to pack your bags. Y'all need to get the hell out of Tennessee and run. Don't look back. Run as fast as you can away from them. If you ever want to, I mean, like pursue anything, you know what I mean? But okay, now that okay, I have not watched that one. I think Rabbit Hole. Did she I think she covered that. Now I didn't she's on there about something now. Let's see. Larry Reed, sue bloggers and support victims. I don't okay, so I don't know. So I'm checked out, seriously. So Tyree Nichols protest. What's that about? I don't know. I haven't watched any videos on that. Um, but she's doing one that's called Larry Reed to sue the bloggers that support victims. Idaho 4, Kim WSU, not real, question mark. No shit. And then the Tyree Nichols protesters. I don't know. He got, hey, unbothered, how are you? So Tyree Nichols, he got beat. I don't know anything about it. I haven't watched it. Whenever I lived in Texas, you guys, there was, it was in Jasper County. They drugged this man. These guys did. It was awful. It was awful. It was headline making news too. Uh, just the details of it was breaks my heart. I don't know how people can live and breathe, uh, next to normal people. Like when you have that in you, that you have the will in your body to go and do that to another human being. I don't get it. I don't understand what makes people click like that and how they can go from being normal to be around people that wouldn't do something like that to doing something like that. I mean, where do you go in your mind to do crap like that? He was stopped on a traffic offense and they beat him laser. It was that pisses me off. I'm glad. Hey Beth, how are you, doll? I'm so glad that I haven't watched that. I'm so glad because that pisses me off. And it was police officers I was saying. Where was it from? I mean, what state, what town? Because that just pisses me off. You guys, how much? What does the year have to be before we? That's not cool, man. It's not cool to do people like that. And you would think that they would have learned from other people. Thought it was 8 cops in my bed. That pisses me off. There's no sense in that, man. There's no sense, and I get it. I get. I was watching this oh, what's his name? Oh, let me see. He's a channel. Got a channel. Brandon Tatum, I think is his name. He's an ex-police officer, and he's got a really good channel. I like listening to him, but he covers a lot of things like that. I don't get it, man. Memphis officers. There's no, 2-on-1. It's just not cool. I hope they, did they not learn from what's happened in the past? It's ridiculous. But anyway, I don't know if it was Brandon gets pulled over and he videos it and he tells people, shows people how you're supposed to, or how you should, whenever you get pulled over, keep your hands where they can see it. It's ridiculous that it's like that. I mean, I get that the law enforcement, their job is dangerous and all that, but man, that pisses me off. Oh, I couldn't even watch the other guy that passed away. You know what I'm talking about. They did him put their neck on, I mean their leg, knee on his neck and stuff. Let me check my skip here. I'll say another 10 minutes maybe. Floyd. Man, did he die? Did he die? The guy, the little Tyree guy? Freaking ridiculous. Molly and her friends are heckling the woman who was part of the. That's so she's wrong for that. And what she did to did the Tyree guy die? And then what she did to that the little girl that was that saw him, one of the roommates. Look, I think it's weird too that the police didn't go. I think, but I don't know. There's circumstances nobody knows. It will come out in court. I'm sure that the law, if they thought there was any involvement, or you know what I mean, they would have arrested them too. I mean, just living with. They say that the smell, you can smell the blood, from the Idaho 4. I don't know. I don't know the circumstances. I know there's several different scenarios that I could run in my mind that could have happened that she didn't. So I'm not going to go there until it comes out. We'll have plenty of time whenever it goes to trial and goes to court to, if the girl was wrong or whatever, made a bad decision, to talk about her. But right now, why get all that hate? And then she's like, Mallory saying that she's calling her 911, something, whatever her name is, 911. I mean, and then Marissa said that she's not a victim. Yeah, she is a victim. I'm sorry. She may not be one that got killed, but she's a victim. She's going to be a victim for the rest of her life, living with that. You know what I mean? And I mean, thank God she's the one that told about the eyebrows and all that. So for her to be able to, and then to drag like that, just blows my mind. I don't get what makes her tick. I'm going to, real quick, while I cake is, I'm going to play something real quick while that I ran across the other day. It's just a few minutes. I want y'all to hear how times have changed. Let's see. Okay. This was 3 years ago. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, I gotta add it. Hold on. Add it in the stream. Okay. Oh, shit. Keep. Listen to this.
Declare.
Okay, this is
So,
Alicia.
we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this right now. So, Alicia Clare, I noticed, has a channel, and a lot of people have channels and they never subscribe. Like Alicia Clare is a little too logical for this YouTube stuff. I think she's a little too mature. But it turns out she's in New Orleans and contacted me and found out through the justice system there that the court records have showed her that I was dismissed. So she saw it. Yeah. No one believes me. Still calling me a liar. Bitty bitty bum bum. Hey, Alicia, love your channel, girl. You know, and I've been looking through your stuff, and I love that you are spying. Hey, Missy, bitty bitty bum bum. Who that said they're going to be? Alicia, can I ask you a question? Since I don't really know you very well, are you a Saints fan? And I'm wondering. I heard you say in the video, I got a late flight. No, I gotta leave here at 5 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to ask you, you're a season ticket holder? Oh my God.
If
I wish you would have came to the meet and greet. You would have met.
another one I want to you guys how she is now. This is like this Marissa that I'm fixing to place it. Short clip. The Marissa that I started following, she's not who she is now. This is it. But I was looking at this and I was like, wow, she's so messed up. Meet and greet. What twin thing? Okay. Okay.
Ignore them. How about, all right, someone
Now
wanted
listen
to
to
just
this.
bring up garbage people, and I saw it fly by. Are you really offended if
Hey, Rex mom. I know, girl. I don't even. And like what she said. Now. Can you hear me now? Oh gosh. Yeah, I know it's ridiculous how the whole Morvine. I don't get that, man. The lady's been cleared. Like, what's the deal? Why is she she can't, it's like she can't admit that she's wrong. She cannot admit that she's wrong and that she, basically tried to have that woman strung up. Hey, Ella G, how are you, babe? She was basically, look, I never watched her paparazzi selling jewelry. I never watched the lady and didn't even know anything about her until, Sloppy Molly started talking about it. But what her and Justin and LB did, how the narrative that they ran, it is ridiculous. It's like, and she thinks it's true crime. Like, that's so not true crime what she did. Hey, Monroe, how are you, babe? My hooker wife. Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's not okay. And she has no accountability, none whatsoever. She has no feelings. She's not going to ever admit that she was wrong, if she's wrong. But this is like priceless what she says. This is just like uh priceless. The fact that she uh thinks that she can I mean, it's like she's not even the same person. This person that I'm fixing to play is not even the same person as who she is. This person. Okay, let's see if it don't play. That means it's gonna make me think that it's not like this stream. Hold on, I'm trying to get it done. It may be something wrong. I'm just gonna play it on my phone and let you guys hear it. The heck with that. If I can get you guys back. Okay. All right. So this is what she says. And it's like not even the same person, but it's like now she's who she is in Mallory, the way that they think that it's okay to like check my okay. Got time to check those okay, let's see. It's 4 minutes. I think this is it.
Push back too much. All I'm gonna say.
Oh, that's Wendy B. Hold on, wrong one.
It's the truth.
Okay.
You are not garbage.
Listen to this.
But if you've done so many mistakes and you can't rectify them, and you can't say, yeah, I did this, I hate blah 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 blah. You go out there and you're hurting other people, and you're just wreaking havoc, and you get some sort of pleasure on, misery loves company. We all know that. But that's very, very deep. Misery loves company. Misery doesn't love company. Misery wants an entire party to surround them and keep them warm, like a bunch of bed bugs. That's what misery is. And it is a personal hell.
Is that not?
Do you get what I'm saying?
Kettle calling the pot black.
Garbage person, when you own it, if you want to own that label, don't spread garbage. Spread light, spread happiness. Try and make someone's day. Why don't you smile at a stranger? You don't know what they're going through. You could be at the supermarket. They probably had the worst day ever. And they drop something, you pick it up and you smile.
Oops. Yeah, I mean, can you believe that that's her?
Nothing. You really are sometimes giving other people hope. Well, what are you talking about, Hillary? No one should be called garbage? Okay, so how about this? Maybe you don't understand why I call it garbage people. I'll explain it. So I have a channel, and hundreds of people come in here, and what they do? Okay. What they do is they come in here and they write insulting things. Mm-hmm. They throw things back and forth at each other. They say things that don't make other people happy. It doesn't motivate us. It doesn't help us get out of bed in the morning. It doesn't do us any justice. I don't know why these people get sick pleasure out of it, but there are people that do. But this is the thing. Garbage for me to say, okay, you're here, you're saying this on my channel, You're saying this, you're saying this. You're filled with hate. You're an angry person. You don't want help. You know that this channel belongs to
Listen to this.
life coach. You know that I like to spread positivity, and you already know that I love to help people, and that it has been my passion, and it has been what I've been meant to do, and I own it, and I love it. Do you get what I'm saying? So what do? It's just like moving. My channel is like moving. When I get out of here, guess what? This cancel thing, you know what? If I'm not utilizing it and I don't love it, and it's just a pain in the butt for me, it's garbage. So if you come onto the channel and you're not being nice, and you're calling this one, you're calling me, the animal toner, and I get rid of you, and then all of a sudden, you feel rejected. Well, why did I reject you? If I'm... Does she feel good?
I put clean sheets on the bed, but anyway, that was all I recorded. But that's what I'm saying, you guys. Like, she should like practice what she preaches. This was like a little over 3 years ago. What did she think when she went and yelled in front of in Tennessee to Don and Candace and about their daughter? Did she think that's like spreading love? I mean, really? I can't believe that somebody should play these back to her. You know what I mean? She should be played this back and say, do you recognize this person? Because she is a piece of work. I'm just here to tell you, piece of work. Yeah, life coach. And then to think that she's got another channel, you guys, that she life coaches children only. Children. I mean, she's keeping it under wraps. That other channel, she's keeping it under wraps because I think she knows that so many people would. I mean, like, really? It was exactly. Give me money, Ginger. Exactly. Give me money so I can go harass other people. It's ridiculous. I mean, the 3.5 years ago, that lady that was talking, that's who I wanted to be friends with. Not the one that we see today. I mean, she is like not even in a good mood. She's like a sourpuss, and she's negative. And you can't. Yeah, she wants to be famous. You can't call people the things that she calls them. Like garbage people or inbreeds, incels. Looks down her nose at people. I've never been to a place called the Dollar General. Well, bitch. Let me see. They're all emotional already. Some of them got a little bit more filled than the others. That was clean. Comes out clean. That comes out clean. I'll show you guys in just a second. They may need a few more minutes, but you can see that some of them got a little bit more than some of them, a little bit higher than the other ones, but that's okay. I'm gonna sit back in there. I'm gonna make that buttermilk glaze real quick. Well, I did not know about that other guy. That just like saddens me. Saddens me. And wasn't he young? Kind of a young kid? That Tyree guy? Okay, make it the buttermilk glaze. I gotta look at the recipe. Let me see how much. Okay, buttermilk glaze. I thought it called for butter. Oh, okay, half a cup of margarine. Okay, I was gonna say I knew it called for. I buy the unsalted butter. My mom always uses margarine or something. I don't know. In the sticks, I don't know. I buy the real butter, unsalted. Okay, half a cup. I think this is a half a cup. Yep. Cup of sugar. I should have bought sugar today. I think they might have some more. They did have a 10-pound bag of sugar was on sale for like $6.79. And whenever you're cooking this, you gotta be careful because this baking soda makes this stuff foam up, and you gotta stir it. Calls for a tablespoon of black corn syrup. We have to unloosen my thing mounted under there. A little jar opener. Okay, it calls for a tablespoon, so I'm gonna eyeball it. Looks like a tablespoon to me. And there'll be enough glaze to do these cakes and then the next batch because this makes a lot. But whatever. Okay. Oh shit! It tells you to do it in not a double boiler, but a big pot or a tall pot. So whatever. Let me see what it says. I can't remember what all it says. It says to bring it to a boil in a large Dutch oven over medium-high heat. Boil, stirring often 4 minutes until it gets like a dark brown, and then you add the vanilla. Get here so I can see you guys. Okay. But it will like foam up before you know it. Oh, thank you, Christy. Thank you. Yeah, she doesn't know with no positivity if it hit her in the upside of the dang head. But yeah, she had said at one time the name of her channel was about Violet. She named it after Violet, the dog. That was how she started her other channel. But she's doing a pre-uploading videos to it. But I wouldn't want to life coach my child or nobody else that I knew. But yeah, so I saw Ginger was fine. I didn't know if he was in here a while ago. Hey, Andrew Smith, how are you? Just making some carrot cakes. Making my husband his crew carrot cakes for him to take to work. I guess he figures he'll get more work out of them, huh? If he bribes them with cake. I'll put them over here to cool. I remember watching people that would make pies and put them in the windowsill to let them cool. So if I can get 6, let me see, 6 out of that, I'll have some to share with my neighbors. Okay. But anyway, swamp critters exposed. Hello, doll. Hey, but Ginger Rock's mom, did you see where Andrew had the lead? Andrew from across the pond. He's losing his. I guess being able to live there on the wherever the castle's at in London. I guess they said that he's didn't have a job to go to, an office to go to, and he doesn't have a home to go to. So I don't. Let me see if I can find that. It was on Newsweek. Is he still technically a prince? Okay, kicked out. Prince Andrew is kicked out. Has been reportedly kicked out of his palace, his bachelor pad. Says that the king, I guess that would be his brother, right? The king has made it clear that Buckingham Palace is no place for Andrew, Prince Andrew. First, his office closed last year. Now his sleeping quarters are gone. So this is really starting to fall up. So you guys can't see it, but just trust me. It's that baking soda in it. Says the king has made it clear. So, okay, he won't be out in the cold entirely. He is still roommates with his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, at the Royal Lodge, the home of Windsor Great Park that used to belong to the Queen Mother. The son adds that he does have the option of moving to the suite. Okay, so I guess he's like out of Buckingham Palace right there where the king and the queen lived, I guess. I mean, I don't know if it's disgrace, fell from grace or whatever, but I most definitely think that there was some truth to it. I don't think that girl was lying, and also I don't think that he would have stood for having his title and stuff stripped from him if he wasn't guilty of something. Just saying, you know what I mean? I don't think that. I'm gonna let you guys see. So it bubbles up. Ooh, shit. A little bit on the floor for go with that flour. I wouldn't have stood for having my straps and all that taken from me if he wasn't guilty of doing it. Him and the whole Sarah Ferguson, that's a whole weird thing there. Whenever she was when she was going to sell the story to the tabloids or whatever she was doing, whenever they busted her for it. I mean, the fact that he stood by her throughout that when she was talking smack about him and the fact, you know what I mean? Shows you that they have stuff on each other, I feel like. And I mean, I get that she's the mother of your children, but the children are grown now, grown and married. So there's no telling. And after listening, and I don't know how much between Harry, the book and stuff, how much of that is, true or not true out of his, the book that he wrote, but I don't know what they, sounds like to me it's a lot of bureaucratic bullcrap. If what he's saying is true, that the tabloids, like they were selling information to the newspapers, the palace, the people inside, even to stir it up. I don't know how much of that is true or not. Swamp critters, okay, Dad. Blue blood, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so it's thick enough. Add the vanilla extract. Oops, a little lot. I love me some vanilla. I hope everybody else does too. But this is the color. It gets to kind of like a caramel. You guys can see caramel. So I'll let it sit there for just a second. I'm gonna look at the cake. And I'll pour it into the cake. And I don't know if it says you poke holes in the cake or not. I can't remember. I'll have to look and see. I'm going up to my mom's next week to go see her. I was gonna try to go this. We were gonna go this weekend, but I wanted to make sure I was done with the COVID cooties. You know, I didn't want to take them up there. Sure, don't want her. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you guys something. I bought some. I love this peanut butter, the creamy, the natural. Check this out. I don't know if you guys can see. Look at the damn oil. When I opened this, I was so like, look at the oil on top of it, you guys. What's that all about? I mean, it's a brand new thing, and I did not notice it whenever I bought it. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to like mix it up, but I've never had the oil on regular peanut butter come to the top. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I'm gonna have to, I guess, mix it up. But I even tried to like stir it, and it's still too oily. Like it's not. So that's weird. What I wonder what that. Let me Google and see what that means. Let's see what that means together. Because I thought my husband said it may be old. I said, well, better not be. I just got it. Let's see. What does it mean when the oil comes to the top of your peanut butter? Oh, I know. I love it.
According to Canada.ca, since natural peanut butter is made without the use of added stabilizers, the peanut's natural oils separate and rise to the top of the jar.
Okay. All right. So I guess I just need to like mix it up because I don't want the oil tasting. I love the natural. I love that. I know I've never seen it before either. So on TikTok, okay, TikTok, they did. Okay, so growing up, I never had. Oh yeah, that lady, the Maxwell lady, absolutely needs to talk here. So here she is in prison. Yeah, it had a foil seal and everything when I opened it, Miss Barb. Sure did. So here she is going to prison, but she hasn't. They haven't told us. I mean, we know what she's done, but there's been no names. You know what I mean? And I hear that Epstein Island, they said that there's like they found I've heard this like a year or so ago that they found bones, a lot of bones, human bones and stuff. So I don't know what that means, but I don't get how. And she's not talking. I mean, she's not talking. So I guess she thinks she's gonna, they're gonna kill her too. Yeah. So, but yeah, I love. Back to top ramen. So anyway, they said that you cook the. So growing up, I never had top ramen. My mom, we didn't. They didn't. She didn't buy stuff like that. We grew it, raised it, and put. You know what I mean? If it wasn't in our freezer or our cabinets, my mom didn't buy top ramen. She didn't buy ravioli, stuff like that. We never had. Until I got older, and I still don't like raviolis. Ugh, that's gross. But anyway, uh, so you take the top ramen, and you put the pack. You cook it like you normally would. And you pour some of the water off. You put the pack of the seasoning in there, and then you add a big old spoon of chunky peanut butter. Mm. So I told my husband the other day, I said, I'm gonna make some top ramen. Do you want some? I said, you're gonna like it. So anyway, I said, don't knock it till you try it. He likes it now. Really, really good. It reminds me of pad thai. I don't know if you guys have ever had that. Which is a place when I lived up in Utah. There was a place that had oh my gosh, the best pad thai. Oh, it had like nuts and stuff in it, and a peanut butter base. So anyway, and the other thing that TikTok's made me try that I will never make it, cinnamon rolls with the milk on the heavy whipping cream. You guys, I am here to tell you, I will never make them another way. So you buy them in the can of cinnamon rolls. Open a can, put them in your pan, and then you pour heavy whipping cream. I pour it at least halfway. So when you put the cinnamon rolls in the pan, kind of separate them because they're going to swell up big. But you pour the heavy whipping cream on them at least to the halfway mark, if not a little bit more. And then you mix up in another bowl. You melted butter, and I don't know how much. I just throw some in there. Melted butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. And you melt the butter and mix up brown sugar and cinnamon. And there's recipes on. Just do the TikTok cinnamon rolls. And I also add nuts to mine. And if I really have time, I'll take the cinnamon rolls and I'll open them up and I put the nuts there and then I roll them back up, depending on how much time I have. But if I don't, I just put the nuts in with the brown sugar and the butter and the cinnamon. And you pour that over on top of the milk, the heavy whipping cream. put tinfoil over it, put it in the oven and bake it. And I don't know how long it takes, about 30 minutes or whatever to bake it. But you'll see whenever you go to check it, they're going to rise and get big. Take the foil off, let them brown. And I don't even put that, you know how it comes with like the little cream cheese icing? We don't even use the icing. It's that heavy whipping cream and the sugar and stuff make like a caramel. I don't know, guys. So it's a little runny initially, right in the beginning. It's a little runny when you take the foil off. But by the time you get done with it, there's like not a lot of liquid left. And it is like caramel. It is so good. We love it. I'll make some bacon or some sausage and have that. And I don't even like eating sweet stuff like that for breakfast, but that's some good stuff. Let me grab something real quick. So if it's the Grands cinnamon rolls, you need to get a bigger pan. But for the regular size cinnamon roll, not the Grands, the regular brand, this will work. You want to put a little bit of space, but if it's the Grands, you need to get a bigger pan because those suckers get huge and they are so good. Cinnamon rolls so good. Okay, we're gonna pour that glaze over the. Get turn you guys around, see if y'all can see. Proof is in the pudding. Hello. How are you? That's okay, sugar. That's okay. We're just making some carrot cakes and shooting the bull, girl. Chewing the fat, shooting the bull. Okay, Epstein had a plane called the Lowly Lakes. Really? Well, he had a lot of famous people. You know, I don't know. They say that Bill Clinton and I don't know who, but had some connections. They said, and I guess this place in New York was. I mean, that whole thing is crazy. You know, it's crazy about like the whole sex trafficking. I was watching this show the other day, and they were saying that there's several places, and I'm sure it's in every state in all over the United States. The sex trafficking. How there's a place in Houston, several places in Houston that they know about. I'm gonna poke some holes. I can't remember if it said to do it or not, but I'm gonna poke some holes. But they were saying how they're like being trafficked and kids from especially Mexico and other countries and stuff. You know, it's just jacked up, man. I remember several years ago, I would get on Facebook, you know, and I would see all these people that are missing. Like, and it wasn't just kids; it was like adults come up missing. And I remember saying, how what's the deal, like why, how are grown people coming up missing and stuff like that? You know, I mean, I remember voicing that and even putting it on my page, like I don't get what's going on. You know, that's when you really started hearing about the sex trafficking and stuff. uh it's just crazy. This is the crazy world we live in, and all I can say is that you may not be religious, and if you're not, whoever you pray to or whatever, you better be right with them, because I'm here to tell you guys, this world is pitiful. It's really bad, especially like what y'all were telling me a while ago about that Tyree. That's jacked up, man, that they're doing people like that. I would, you know, it's cops like that that give all of them bad names. Did they think they were going to get away with it? I don't understand. Help me understand why they thought they could do that and get away with it. I don't get it. I mean, how would they like it if it's, their family member? And look, I don't care what color they are. The God that I love and the one that, I pray to, he created all of us. So I don't care. He created us all. Just because they have a different skin color doesn't mean they're any better or any less than me. They still bleed red. Their blood still, they still bleed the same color as I do. They're still human beings that deserve respect and to be treated like human beings instead of like something they're not. I don't understand. Hey, Denise, how are you? I don't get it. I don't get how people that are like that are raising their children to be like that. You know what I mean? Like my niece, she just turned 11. I just love her so much, but she gets bullied and picked on. She's a little chunky monkey, and she gets bullied and picked on a lot in school. And I hate it when she talks about how, you know, I'm not pretty, stuff like it. Just hold it by. And I said, yes, you are. I just don't. People that raise their children to tease other kids and to pick on them and make them think that they're superior, and it just like I'm so worried that she's going to, I don't want her to like be anorexic or anything like that. I don't want her to develop any bad. So I mean, I'm constantly talking to her and telling her, that she's a rock star, and what to say. And all I can say is also it's probably a good thing that I don't live closer to them, because I'm gonna tell you something. I probably would. I would have already went to that school. I'm just telling you because it breaks my heart. You know, it wouldn't make. I told her, I said, I'll go up there and I'll bust their damn asses. I said, their ass be grass, and because they don't curse. Uh, Obviously the kids don't, but the parents don't either. But they know their Aunt Joe does occasionally. But I tell them, I said, their ass be grass. I said, I'll go up there and um, give them a damn knuckle sandwich, man. They ain't gonna mess with my baby like that. She laughs. But she just doesn't know that I'm like really for for real. Like it pisses me off, man. It just pisses me off. And I get that you can raise your kids not to do that, and they're have the tendency to do it. But I don't know if I don't know. I just know that if I had a child ever doing that, they would be regretful of coming home. My mom did used to tell us if we got a spanking at school, to be prepared to get one when we got home. We were going to get one when we got. If you get a spanking at school, you're going to get one when you get home. And they weren't lying. They weren't lying. They would. I mean, I only got one paddling at school, and I can't remember what it. Being stupid, writing notes when I wasn't supposed to. I can't remember what it was, but I was in elementary school. But I got a paddling, and whenever I got home, so we were the first ones on the bus and the first ones off. So we were on the bus for a little over an hour, and we lived in the country, so it took a while. So I remember thinking, coming on the way home, mom won't know, and I'm not going to tell her. You know, that was before the computer and all that stuff. You look online and see their stuff, but oh no, she knew when I got home. She used to tell me a little birdie. I'm like, how did you know? A little birdie told me. A little birdie. I used to think if I could see that little birdie, I'm gonna shoot that son of a gun. If I ever find that little birdie, I'll be right back. But she's so sweet. Like Emma is just the sweetest. She's one of these kids that she just oozes sweetness. Whenever when I first got my community page, when I community page on the YouTube thing, or maybe it was whenever I first could upload a video. I'm gonna go grab something and show you guys what she did. So I had bought her and her sister and her brother a ball like this, and I can't remember what they're called, but they're woozles or something like that. But anyway, they're a pretty big ball, you guys. So her sister, and her brother, I bought them all one. I was over at their house always whenever they go to school. when they first start school, that the first day of school, I always go and make breakfast for them before they go to school. And so that morning I was over there making breakfast, and they were ready for school. Like, look at this, how pretty it is, the glitter. Anyway, she was getting ready for school, and I was in there, and she comes walking in the kitchen, and I'm like the jokester in the family. She comes walking in. No, she hadn't got dressed yet. She still had her pajamas on, and she had one balloon here. I mean, one of those balls here and one here. And she comes walking in there, and she says, "Ain't Big Joe?" And I said, "Yeah." I turned around, and she's standing there like this. She said, "My back is hurting." And I died out laughing. I said, "Girl, I guess it is, honey, with toting around the boobs like that." I said, "I guess it is. Your back is hurting." But she was so funny, just hilarious. So I videoed it and I uploaded it. Girl, I got they gave me a strike or something. Let me see. Um, I can't remember what it was, but I mean, she wasn't vulgar or anything like that. Um, I mean, it was funny as heck if you ask me. But oh yeah, they gave me a community. Let me see what it is. Right off the bat, like the very first thing I did. Let's see, dashboard. Okay, let's see. I don't know what it was called. Community guideline or something. Anyway, they said that we're not gonna, since you just found out you just got your channel, whatever, we're not gonna. I mean, they gave me one, but they're not gonna. I guess they took into consideration that I was a newbie, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that I was gonna get. Okay, let's see. I don't see it now. Community guidelines or something. I guess. I guess because it was a little kid. I don't know. Uh, Catholic and your child, I would tell you to find a school. Well, Beth, where I grew up, there was only one Catholic school. It was mainly Baptist and Methodist where I grew up. Around where I grew up, but there was only one Catholic school, and one of the girls I went to school with went to that school. So I know it's something else. I mean, and I know now if you get in trouble, if the kids get in trouble at school, even if you're defending yourself, you still get expelled just like you started the fight. They don't, you know what I mean? Uh, if you're involved in any kind of argument or fight or whatever, you get punished, even if you were defending yourself and didn't start it. It doesn't matter. You still get expelled or whatever the punishment is. Several of my nieces have started homeschooling their children. And I have to tell you guys, I don't blame them. I mean, I really don't blame them because it's scary. They just had a bomb threat about a month and a half ago at the school, and my niece works there. She's works at the school in the cafeteria, and her children go there. So they had a bomb scare, and they had all the kids go to the football field, and they had the workers and stuff, the teachers go out in the parking lot, and they didn't tell them initially what it was, but she said the cops were everywhere, and they never found anything, but still, like it's scary, but it traumatized my niece. Is like she's on the spectrum, like loud noises. It's weird. I don't know. She's autistic on the autistic spectrum. I don't know, like a sensory disorder is what she has. Any loud noises or anything like that, she can't handle it. It just like freaks her out. So, uh, she got really freaked out about the school and everything whenever they had the cops and stuff. Uh, I mean, it's scary. It's scary. You never know. You think it won't happen to you, these shootings and stuff like that, but it happens to other people. It absolutely happened to you. Yeah, we were. My husband's niece's daughter was up here this morning, and she was stay with his mom, and uh, she always wants to come see me. I made some barrettes. Oops. Oh shit! My phone. I made some barrettes, and I had not. I knew that she liked pink, so I made some barrettes last night, and she ended up not taking the one I wanted. But so these ones I poured. I made pink and blue, and anyway, I hadn't put the clip on it yet. But I said, Riley's her name. I said, girl, I said, I've made you something. I said, I made her some earrings to go with it. But anyway, she picked out So I have a whole box of stuff, resin stuff that I had made. This was one that I had poured a green one. She says, my mama loves green. I said, well, do you want to take her a barrette? She's like, yes. So she started going through. I told my mother-in-law, I said, I'm gonna have to do a check her before she left because she was filling her little bag up uh, with stuff. But anyway, she was cute. But she said, do you remember that drink when she was here before? I saw this drink on TikTok. Sounds crazy. You get a cup of ice and you put whipping cream, not whipping cream, creamer, coffee creamer, liquid coffee creamer, and a peach drink, orange drink, any like a flavored drink like that. And you pour the coffee, the liquid, creamer, pour it in on the ice, and then you pour whatever. This morning she had an orange crush, and it tastes like a dreamsicle. So anyway, she had made one when she was here last time, and she's like, do you remember when I was here last time? And I said, I sure do. She said, my drink, my special drink. And I said, oh, yeah. So when she was here last time, I let her do it. And she had to get a stool and all that. So I got her a glass with some ice in it. I said, okay. I said, do you want orange or peach? I said, that's all I got to choose from. And she said, orange. And she said, but last time I had a stool. I said, oh, well, last time you made it from scratch. Are you going to do it? So anyway, I let her do it. But my daughter worries about her son one day. Oh, I bet. I mean, and listen, a couple of my nieces, they're really, I worry about the kids being homeschooled. You know what I mean? Uh, but you have to go and get through the state. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna homeschool my kids." They're certified or whatever with the programs or whatever. But still, it's scary. It's absolutely scary. I just think that I like for them to be exposed to other people so they can, you know what I mean? Not so sheltered and not exposed to life. You know what I mean? Kids, as bad as I hate that she's being bullied or whatever, it's part of life. You know what I mean? You gotta uh, toughen up because the world's not getting any better. That's for sure. That is for sure. Yeah, it's scary. I would hate to know that I had kids in school and young kids bringing the kid, into this world, into the world that the state that it's in now. It's very scary to think about, you know, where we're going to be. It's very, very scary, and what their future holds. You know what I mean? And you know, they stay inside on video games and stuff like that. They really don't know. My nephew uh, is in high school, and the last 3 years that they were wanting to play. Hey, Flava, they were wanting to play ball. He didn't even have enough people sign up on his school team in school so they could have a team. I mean, and he goes to a pretty big school. There wasn't even enough kids to sign up for a ball. You know what I mean? And it's just like that's so sad because growing up, we loved to play, co-ed ball, softball, baseball. I mean, it's what we did. You know what I mean? We were always, but yeah. And it's just the difference between kids playing video games inside on the computers and on their phones and stuff, not really being, exposed to the outside. Uh, it's sad. It's so different. Things are so different. My niece and she told me, she said, she said, Aunt Bejo, she said, you wouldn't believe how expensive records are. That's what she told me. I said, records? And she's like, yeah, I've been looking to buy some records. And I said, girl, what you talking about? And she said, oh, they're coming back. I said, record players are? She said, yeah, I bought one. And she said, I thought I had a bunch of records. And she said, but I went to look for them. She said, the ones I had, I don't like. She said, I don't know what happened to the ones I had. I said, you mean regular size records? And she said, yeah. So she bought a record player, but she was telling me how expensive they were. And I said, how things have changed from cassette, 8 tracks, cassette tapes, and she said, well, they're not even putting CD players in new vehicles. And I said, mine doesn't have it. Mine's got the Sirius radio. Mine doesn't have a CD player. I mean, isn't that crazy how technology has changed? Hey, blank screen, how are you? How technology has changed their everything, like the music and stuff. Yeah, they're coming. That's what she said. They're coming back. She said, I bought me one, a record player. And I remember having to put the things on the inside. If you went from a regular size, can't remember what they were called, but the big ones down to a small one, 45 or something like that. But you had the little plastic thingamajiggies that would go in the hole. I mean, uh, that just blows my mind. How I said it must be like just a niche for record players. You know what I mean? Yes. Let me see what she. I think she told me she got it on Amazon. Uh, record players.
One moment.
Okay. Oh yeah, there they are. Retro looking retro style. 45 insert. Yes, yes. Okay, so there's one on in a little case for like 45 bucks, $100. I guess they are. I know we had the big stereo, my uncle and them had a big on one end, it was like, I don't know, it had a TV in it or whatever, but there was a record player and then the speakers were on the end, a big old wooden uh case. We just had one out in our garage we gave to somebody. Probably should have hung on to it if the record players are coming back. But I used to have a lot of old records, but I don't know. Let me see, records. Let's see, vinyl albums. Let's see how much they're going for. Holy moly! Let's see. Okay, Bob Marley, $24. Stereo console. Yes, that's it. Uh, Legend, $24.60. And the Beatles is $35. Gosh, I guess they are kind of high. And I don't know, like the CDs, I don't remember what they were going for, but everybody's streaming music. We used to listen to when we go to my aunt and uncle's, they would put those records on, and they would put on Marty Robbins, and who was the other one they would listen to? Great Balls of Fire. And they would, my mom and them, they would like have their little toddies. My mom and them didn't drink unless we went to visit my uncle, my aunt, and they would mix up old charter, I think, and whatever. But they have one drink apiece, and they would like. My dad always called my dad. My dad called my mom mama, and she called my dad dad. And so Daddy would say, "Mama, you want to get up and dance with me?" And she would always be like, "No, Joe, no, I don't." I used to think, "Come on, just get up and dance with my daddy." You know what I mean? But he was so loving. And you know what? The crazy part, you guys, is like I am like my mom. Like I get the same way. Like you grow up to be just like your parents. You know what I mean? Like I was like, "Holy moly, loosen up a little bit." But yeah, Jerry Lee Lewis. My dad said that he had went to school with Jerry Lee Lewis when they were a little short time that he went to school, but yeah, Marty Robbins. I'm trying to think of the El Paso. Something El Paso was that song. But my uncle Jim, I mean my Uncle Guy, he would smoke a pipe. He had him a pipe, and I used to love the way it smelled. He would smoke a pipe, and this was back in the day where my aunt smoked, my mom smoked, my dad dipped, but they smoked in the house back. Nowadays people don't smoke in their homes. Most people don't. My mom and my sister still does, but most people don't. Like my husband smokes, but he goes outside. He would not even when it's real, real cold, I'll say, "Go to the bathroom and open the window." It's like, no, no, he won't even, smoke in the house. But most people don't smoke in their homes anymore. This was back in the day when they still smoked. And my uncle would just like get my aunt, he would he'd get up, make her dance with him. And, it's just like the good old times. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Scrubbing and crying, singing gospel. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. It used to be whenever I would clean or whatever, I would clean. Yes, mixtapes. Yes, I would like just turn the radio up and clean to that. But now it's like got YouTube on or something like that. You know what I mean? Times have changed. I think Jerry Lee Lewis just passed away not long ago too. Uh, yeah, Marty Robbins. Gosh, my dad loved him some Marty Robbins. Um, and they would play just that's good. And I won't forget whenever before he got sick and got cancer, I had come. He would go up to the barn, during the day, and I went up there and I heard the radio just a blaring, and it was Papa Top, Alan Jack Papa Top, and him and my nephew. Of course, it was my dad's grandson, and they were would spoil him. But let me see what that Marty Robbins song was. Uh, Marty Robbins. I think it was El Paso. Um, And those guys would get. We used to watch like Barbara Mandrell on Saturday nights. I can't remember the show she was on. Um, let's see. Hey, babe. I got you. Oh, you want an apple? Yeah. I got you 6. I got to make 3 more of the little carrot cakes. You want a peanut butter with it or just apple? Okay. All right. And do you remember that? Was it El Paso? Was that morning? Oh, yeah. Here it is. El Paso. Oh, yeah. And Hee Haw. Yes. But just when I hear the beginning of this, it just takes me back to my youth. You know what I mean? Hold on a second. Let me get him an apple. The Mandrell sisters. Yes. Okay. So whenever uh, what was her name? She just passed away. What was her name? She did Coal Miner's Daughter. Loretta, was it Loretta Lynn? They had her memorial service was live streamed on YouTube, and I started watching it before I was going up to my mom's, and I started watching it, and man, they had some really good like Alan Jackson uh, people performing her songs and stuff. And I was like, gosh, I bet my mom would like to watch it. So I ended up waiting and watched it up there with her. But when the Mandrell sisters was on, um, Crystal Gale would sing on it sometimes, and her hair. Do you guys remember her hair was so long, like it was like to the bottom, to the floor, to the bottom of her feet. Her hair was so long. So whenever they were there toward the end, they were talking about her sisters and them being in the audience for the memorial, and had Crystal Gale. And Barbara Mandrell was there. She came up on stage, but she didn't sing. But yeah, we used to love watching the Mandrell sisters on Saturday nights, you know what I mean? And they weren't okay. So Barbara Mandrell and Crystal Gale were not sisters. They're not sisters, were they? Let me see. For some reason, Crystal Gale. I know she was sisters with Loretta Lynn. Sisters. Okay. Yeah, no. The Mandrell sisters, yeah. Those were the days, you know what I mean? It's so different now. Uh, the world is so different. And I have to say, I think it's worse. Poodle skirt. Oh, uh, yes, my sister. We've got some pictures. Matter of fact, I got it boxed up in there. I found it. I ran across it when I was at my mom's about, I don't know, probably 8 months ago. We were looking through her in closet looking for a electric blanket. And I said, "What's this?" And she said, "That's your sister's." And I think it was in '69, I think. Let me grab it. I'll show you guys. Let me get his apple real quick. Well, these pineapples. Anyway, I was telling you guys a while ago, these pineapples. Oh, I can't wait. We like to grill them. They were so good. I don't know if you guys like pineapples grilled, but they are so good. Did you say you wanted peanut butter or not, babe? Okay. If I was at my mom's, I'd be saving this and putting it in the compost. We compost everything. Be right back. So it was in this box. So when I found, I'm like, what's in that box? But check this out. Do y'all remember doing string art? Had a bunch of nails, and you would pull the thread. So Hazel's and Caboodle's string art windmill. This was a windmill, but I'm gonna give this. My sister had a son, but he's got a little girl, so her granddaughter probably, when she gets older, dig this. So my sister was gonna pass it. Oh, so these were the gloves that she wore. She was beautiful. I want you to see how T90 this dress is. Beautiful. I can't believe it's like really and truly like stayed T92. It was all handmade too, hand sewn. And the zipper's got $15. That is crazy. I wonder if that was for, it had to be for this dress. $15. And look, it's got like beading, like beading and everything on it. Beautiful lace. And I'm so surprised that it did not like yellow and dinge more. Gosh, how beautiful. I'm gonna but she was in anyway, she was in this pageant and like in the, see, I was born in 67, so it may have been in the early 70s, but she won the pageant. But this crazy, this dress that had been held on to, but I'm sure she has forgotten about it. But shit, Big Joe. Got it hung on my necklace, guys. That's why we have the saying, if it can, it will. Around here. I need to, I was gonna mail it to her, but I want to see her face whenever, my sister sees it. So my sister's husband sadly is battling cancer, and I don't think he's gonna make it. But so we're going to have to go down there and sit. So I'll take it when I go. Is Monroe still in here? I'm gonna come see you too, girl, because she lives in Florida. Come see you, girl, whenever I come. I do too. I do too. And that's sometimes, like whenever I found it, it's like, Mom, what is this? And it took both of us. Oh, the macrame. Like, so whenever I had my chickens, yeah, string art was big. Like when that box is fun. And marbles, we were moving around. Let me see if I got it right here. We used to play this to death when we were at Chinese checkers on one side and marbles on the other. You guys ever have a game like this and play it? Have the little drawers, have the marbles and the Chinese checkers. We used to play this. So it was $7.56 at TGNY back in the day, whatever long ago that was. But this kind of stuff, like this is how I was raised, to take care of stuff. And my mom and dad, like, they kept the box of stuff, take care of what you got. But my nieces, they don't, easy come, easy go. They package smackage, you know what I mean? Like all of that goes in the garbage. They don't even pay attention. It's easy come, easy go. Like here, she sells Etsy, makes custom design curtains. Oh yeah, so whenever I had my chickens, I saw on Pinterest to get a treat for them. So I had like never found. I would go to garage sales and places like that to look for them, the macrame pot holders. But to put, so I had a hook in the top of my chicken pen. I had 2 chicken pens, so I had a hook up there, and I would hang the pot the macrame up there on the little hook that was in it, and then put a head of cabbage in the pot, and just let it. Chickens would go crazy. They'd love it. Like cabbage, they'd peck at it and give them a little treat, a little something to do during the day, and they get a little treat too. Uh, but yeah, I'm sure it is making it come back. That and the hook rugs probably. Yeah, trouble. Yeah, we used to play. My mom and dad played rook. Uh, Whenever they had when they would entertain or whatever, they would always play rook games of rook. And dominoes. My dad loved to play dominoes. I make some dominoes. I have some molds, and I make a lot of dominoes. Yeah, I don't know what young kids like. I saw this one. Have y'all ever saw that video where uh, these parents have a rotary phone, and they tell their kids to their son, they give them two boys, they tell them to if they could figure out what they didn't even know what it was, how to use it. It was great. They didn't even know how to use a telephone, a rotary phone. Backgammon was my thing. Yes. All right, you guys. Thank y'all for. I guess I'll get off of here and clean my kitchen up and whip up another batch of carrot cake, or get up in the morning and do it before. No, I'll probably do it tonight because my husband's gonna leave. He leaves too early in the morning. 3 o'clock. Get up and go to work. But I think don't Jen usually go live on Saturday nights. Let's see. I thought she usually goes live on Saturday nights. Maybe not. But well, thank you guys. Thank y'all for coming in and hanging out with me. And we'll do this again whenever I've got my head on. I've got a mess to clean. I got to sweep and mop and. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys in the streets. Y'all have a good one. Bye.